Hey Alpha Females, it's Katie Freeman here. Happy Friday. I hope you all had a great week. Welcome back to the podcast. This week we're going to be doing another installment of It's All Greek to Me, and I'm going to be discussing terms that refer to social events that you can partake in as a member of the Greek community. Okay, so let's get into it. Let's talk about chapter meetings. This is a meeting held to discuss fraternity or sorority business. These meetings for my sorority happened on Monday nights. Serenades are when fraternities play a piece of music or sing for a sorority that they are visiting. So how this would work is with my sorority, we would have serenades come either before or after our Monday night meetings. And it would usually be a group of the fraternity's new members. And they would sing us a song, and usually somebody would be playing a guitar or ukulele, something like that. And they would essentially just do it, because they were making their rounds to the different sororities, or it was for the purpose of inviting a certain sorority to an event. Moving on to a Greek fair. This is also called a week of welcome at other campuses. This promotes student involvement by displaying the organizations, clubs, and the many university resources offered at the college. Next, we have sisterhood events, and these are events organized by the sorority for sisters to bond and participate in a shared activity. I know when I was going through it, we would have, Zumba classes together, we would paint pottery, we would go volunteer, different events just to get sisters together to have some fun. Next, we have exchanges or socials. This is a party between a fraternity and sorority or several fraternities and sororities, often involving themes or games. I remember one event was Disney themed, and so everybody was asked to dress up as their favorite Disney character. And then there was a costume contest. So pretty fun. Next, we have formals. So this is like essentially college prom. That's the best way I can describe it. So essentially, it is a big party that happens either once or twice a year. Next, we have Founders Day. This is an event celebrated by fraternities and sororities to highlight the founding of their organization and celebrate its history. It's not necessarily held on the day that the organization was founded, but typically close to that date. And lastly, we have Greek Week. This is an organized week of activities to unite all organizations/councils in a friendly competition. And usually these events will have some philanthropic element to it. So these events during Greek Week really vary. They're just silly competitions, that different Greek organizations can take part in, and it's all in good fun. And usually, again, there's a philanthropic element, so you feel like you're giving back. It's a good way to bring the community together, especially when you are paired up with other organizations to be part of your so-called team. They may be organizations that maybe you don't interact with very often. So it's a really good opportunity to get to know those people in that other organization. I know on my campus, we would have different cultural fraternities and sororities participate with the national Greek organizations. So it would be a really good opportunity to get to know and befriend the people in those other organizations. So it was just a really good way to kind of unite the community as a whole. All right. Well, thank you so much for tuning in for this week's episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked this episode, please go ahead and rate this podcast 5 stars wherever you listen. Make sure to subscribe to the podcast. And if you have any Greek-related questions, go ahead and send an email to alphafemalepod@gmail.com. I hope you have a great weekend ahead, and I will talk to you next week, Alpha Females. Take care.